Well, hello everybody. Hi, if you are watching the recording, hi, how are you? This is going to be recorded if you missed this live on TikTok, and I will upload it on my TikTok and I will upload it on my YouTube as well. Sorry about that. My daughter she has a cold and I'm kind of coming down with something too. Anyway, I had to make this video because it has basically been on my heart. I wanted to basically talk about how I came up with the vision for my for the business I launched, my doula business, because it's very different from what other doulas are doing and are teaching, if that makes sense, what they're teaching their clients. And so I kind of just wanted to basically kind of like talk about that in this video, in this live, and kind of say how I kind of like got started with that. So let's go back to before I started, before I got certified in September. So let's go back to January when I first signed up for my doula certification. Before that, I had always thought about kind of like being a doula, but I was kind of hesitant to do it because I was like, is this really my passion? Is this really what I want to do? Am I really cut out for this kind of work? You know what I mean? Like, is this really what I want to do, if that makes sense? And I knew kind of it was because I had always been kind of like obsessed with birth after my daughter was born. I had some issues that happened when she was born. Like I didn't get the key purpose into. They didn't really explain to me the benefits of it. They didn't tell me that I could keep it, getting an episiotomy, and no one tell me the risk of an episiotomy, even though I had no complications from the surgery. All of those things were kind of like left a sour taste in my mouth in terms of like birth, if that makes sense. But also just, just stunned by the maternity mortality rate too among Black women. So that as well kind of pushed me into kind of like doula work, trying to, considering it as a career. So that too. But recently, so I went on and I decided to get we will not be accepting requests. I'm sorry. This is me talking. Sorry, we won't be accepting requests right now. Sorry, I know you were trying to come on, whoever you are. Anyway, I, after all of that, after my experience with all of that, I decided to go ahead and stop procrastinating on it. And I decided to go ahead and just become a doula. You don't have to get a certification to become a doula. You're not even required to get a certification. I want to make that clear. You're not required to do that. But it's kind of best that you do get one because of some hospitals require you to have it on hand. And then also you want to be trained in certain things. You want to know about certain procedures, certain things that could happen during birth. So I would suggest that you do get a certification, but you don't need one, if that makes sense. Anyway, I went ahead and I applied for a certification and I did, and something like before I did the course, before I signed up for the training, I said to myself, I went into myself, I had been watching my mentor, Alexis, on YouTube, and she was saying that relax and kind of like, the answers to questions. You know it in your heart what you want to do. So relax and think about the question and answer it for yourself. And so one day I just relaxed and I listened to myself and I said, sorry, is this something you want to do? Do you want to do this training or not? And I said, yes. That's what my spirit said at the time. That's what I thought it meant. So I took the training. I did the course work. You had to do you had to do a whole course, and then you had to do like, um, you had to do some readings. There was some required readings that you had to do, like you had to read certain books. And then eventually I got my certification, and that was in September. And then I finished also my bachelor's degree in creative writing in August, which was awesome. So I got both things this year. But I said all that to say that I was thinking about it when I got my certification, and I said something is not right. Like I knew something was not right. Like I knew that doula work was for me, but there was something that was really missing. And to make a long story short, I started looking at more, looking into more of my mentor's content, and I started looking at all her videos, and it was just almost as if she was ministering to me about my life and what I wanted to do in my purpose for this world. And I kind of just discovered it on my own. I decided to take a business course that she had. It's an amazing business course, by the way. And I decided to take the course, and it changed my life. And I knew instantly what was wrong. The thing was, I wanted to bring something new to doula work that had never really been done. I don't see doulas doing this. I wanted to add kind of like a different kind of birth coaching. Like birth coaching isn't really traditional in doula work, in my opinion. You see a lot of doulas focusing on the medical side of things and the technicalities. You don't see them focusing on a lot of spirituality. So I wanted to focus on the spiritual side of birth, like our spirits and where our spirits are before we come here, and our inner work journeys, and how energy is passed on from our mother to us in the womb, and water frequency and the amniotic fluid, and how that's mainly consists of water, and how water holds memory. It's a frequency, and how you can pass energy to that child, negative energy through that child if you're in a negative state of mind while you're pregnant. I wanted to do all of that. And then I wanted to kind of do a new form of birth coaching, which is rebirth coaching. That has never been made. Doulas don't do it. I've never heard of a doula doing that. And so basically, what I say this is rebirth coaching is when you coach a person into their transformation. That's what I want to do as a doula. I want to coach them, and I want to coach them into their transformation. I want to coach them throughout their transformation into they transform into the person they want to be, or their dream woman, or their, the dream person that they want to be. That's what I want to do. I want to do that and do traditional doula work. And that had never been done. I have never heard of a doula doing that. I just have never heard of it. It just doesn't exist. And I think that's why I was kind of like, not procrastinating, because I had started my website, I got my domain name, and now I'm about to get my LLC and a trademark for another name. That's another thing that's coming up. I'll tell you all about that later soon. I'm starting a course and all of that. So that's I've already begun lessons on the course and all that kind of stuff. So that's the exciting news with that. I will update people as I go. I will update you. So anyway, the course will probably be launched by the time you're watching this video, if you watch this video late. So anyway, more information will be coming on that soon. So anyway, I said all that to say this, like, you just have to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, do inner work, and find out what you want. And when I did that inner work business course, it was just amazing. I was able to listen to myself, listen to the inner voice, and find out what was going on. That's what it was, because I had started, like I said, I had started my website, I launched my business, I had got the domain name, and now I'm about to get the LLC. But something wasn't right. Like I was saying to myself, there's something missing from my website. there's something else I want to do. Like there's something else I want to introduce to this field that has never been done before, that doulas have never done before, and it's okay to do that. Even my mentor was telling me that it was fine to do that. It's fine to add things, new, innovative things to the field. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my mentor is a feminine energy coach, and she started her business when they rarely had any feminine energy coaches, if any. And she added something new to the field, and that's what I want to do. I want to add something new to the field. I want to teach my clients all kind of different things. I want to teach them about their inner work. I want to start the course that I'm filming for currently right now, and I want to use this course to educate them and educate doulas on how to heal their clients through this course and through my services, birth coaching or rebirth coaching services. So I just want to do that, and that's just been on my heart. And so that's kind of like how I started. That was my journey from becoming a doula and figuring out what kind of services I want to offer and coming up with like my packages and all that kind of stuff, but really just coming up with a vision. That was my that was my story on how I started my doula business. Hi, hello, hi, hi, Rose. Hello. I'm sorry, your name is Autism Superbrain Yoga now. It is, but is your real name Rose? I meant to ask you that. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. So glad you joined me. I meant to ask you what your real name was. Yeah, but that's the story on how I how I started my, you know, my doula business and how it came about and how I came up with the idea for it and how I am how I am going to start rebirth coaching as well. I want to walk people through the process of their transformation in life. I want to help them become their dream person. But I especially want to help women, especially single mothers and mothers, period, become their dream woman so they can heal themselves. And because when you're a healed person, you can do anything. You know who you are in life when you are healed. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you. Oh, and you said so beautiful. Thank you. I'm Rose. Yes, that's what I thought your name was, Rose. No, it's not my real name. LOL. Oh, okay. She's so funny. Thank you for sharing the live. But that's my story on that. But I want to, because when you are healed and you look at life differently, you love yourself, you realize that there is a beautiful light of energy shining through you that no one can take away from you. It'll always be there. You don't realize that beautiful light energy if if you're unhealed, if you're not healed, if you haven't done your inner work, if you haven't taken the time to look at yourself and really realize how amazing you are as a person and realize the God that's within you. God is within us. It's not outside of us. It's not in a church. I know that's controversial, you know, but it's true. You know, we are, God is in us. He made us in his own image. So, whether or not you like to believe that or not, but it's true. We are special people. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. but you know, oh, thank you. You sent me some. Thank you for the gifts. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. She's sending me gifts on TikTok. Thank you. You sent Nemo a Nemo gift. Thank you. But yes, God is within us. We have to realize how special and how powerful we are because if we don't, we lose sight of that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. You sent me a perfume. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. That's so sweet of you. But yeah, and I'm starting a course. I'm doing the lessons for the course now. I finished lesson one and I did a second lesson, but I have to redo it. It's under progress. I'm doing the second and the third. I'm working on the second and the third sessions. But overall, I want at least 10 sessions, 10 video sessions in this course as an overall, as overall course. And this is something that has never been done before. The course is actually a sneak peek of the book that I'm coming out with in 2024. And I wrote this book in, I believe it was 2021. I believe it was when I wrote this book. I think I have it. Hold on just a second. Wait a minute, guys. It's gonna be, sorry. See this book? I wrote the book in it's a I originally thought it was going to be a verse novel. Basically, a verse novel is a story told in poems. So that's basically what I thought it was going to be. But I changed my mind and the book is a basically a poetry affirmation book. That's basically what it is. And it has like inner work prompts in it. That's what it's going to have in it. So it's going to be really cool. But the course is kind of like, so it's going to be, thank you. You say you like that. Thank you. So basically, the book is going to be a kind of like an ebook to the course, if that makes sense. Or the course is going to be like a sneak peek or like a pre-order, like sneak peek of the book. But basically, the book is ebook to the course. So, but I'm doing the course first. And so you kind of like get a sneak peek of all the poems that's going to be in it and, before it's released. And so I'm planning to have, don't quote me on it, but I'm planning to release the course in January. I'm going to launch it. And then the book is going to be launched much later. So it's exciting. I'm so excited for myself and just happy that I decided to do all of this. And my dreams are coming true. Ronnie D. Crown. Oh, hi, Ronnie D. Crown. If y'all hear my daughter, she's over there. She's tired. She got sick and she's not feeling well. Is anybody else alive again? I think I think Rose left. She said she liked my idea though. Hello, hi. I was just checking for any comments before I really kind of like get off of here. But I'm just kind of like searching. I'm searching for like when I first started to write this book. Hold on. Because this book, this journal is when I first, this is like my recording of all the poems that I wrote. And I would kind of like, as I would write them, I would kind of like write. No, it was 2022 when I wrote this. Okay, it was 2022 when I first started writing the book, and then I've kind of and I finished it. But at the end of, I first started writing the book in December 2021, and that was the first draft. And then after that, I redrafted into the second draft, and then that's when um I came up with more material for it. I started writing more content for the book, and then eventually I started to kind of like edit all my poems, and then I realized, okay, this is not really a verse novel. This is a portrait affirmation novel, and it's going to have like all these different little cool things in it. So that's when I realized that. So it was 2022 when I did my second draft, but it was 2021 when I really came up with the idea at the end of 2021. That was like in December, like I said. But yes, thank you so much for joining this live. Thank you to everybody who joined. I'm so glad that you joined, and to everybody who's watching this video on YouTube, the recording. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so glad if you watch this video from beginning to end, you are a real one. And I need you to subscribe to my channel, or if you're watching on TikTok, you need to hit that follow button, because if you watch that long, like I said, you're a real one. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye.